And you can make out my situation given how fluent a speaker she is and a public orator she is. So, but thank you everyone for joining us today. Maybe I'll just use a few minutes to just contextualize why I am here, why HSBC is here, and what we are hoping to achieve, etc. So, I think first of all, for those of you who don't know, I think HSBC, just by sheer nature of our organization, has to be one of the most inclusive organizations in the world, right? We are present in 50, 60 countries. If you go to any floor of any of our offices anywhere in the world, you will find multiple nationalities there, right? So if you look at our board, especially in the context of future female forward, almost 50%, actually 50% of our board has women members. Our CFO, group CFO, one of the most high-profile women in the business of finance globally is a woman of Indian background. So, you're talking about women and then somebody from India here. So, I think I would like to believe HSBC globally, HSBC historically has stood for inclusion. Inclusion as conventionally understood was more in the context of geographies and nationalities and just being open to all kinds of cultures and all kinds of thought processes. I think then coming to what we are trying to do in HSBC India, I think this was on the back of a chance conversation between Shireen and myself, and I think this was more than just about 3 years back or so, and I think it would be very apparent to anyone running any organization that unless you are an organization that is able to attract the best of women to join you, right? You are not going to be able to do justice to whatever opportunity you have, whatever brand you have, whatever financial muscle power you have, whatever products you have. So as mentioned earlier, yes, we are doing it because it's the right thing to do, but we are also doing it because it's also the selfish thing to do. We want to make sure that when young women, or not just young women in the context of inclusion, all women, when they are looking for a bank to work for or a financial services company to work for, they increasingly see HSBC as the natural place to try and try their careers, because we want to make a statement here. Similarly, not just from an employee perspective, even from a customer perspective, right? Increasingly, gone are the days when the dad and the brother used to run the banking accounts and everything else, the wife or the sister, etc., would just sign up the checks, which is what used to happen in my house. I think my mom just signed checks not knowing why she's signing, but this is how it used to be. But now it's different, right? So your employees, your customers, not just individual customers, in the corporate world, the number of fund managers who are women, the number of treasuries that women are running, the number of finance chiefs that have women. So you really, really want to make sure that even those stakeholders see you as a progressive, liberal, inclusive organization. So there was some thought to what we are doing here. Now going forward, I think and breaking it into a slightly macro context, HSBC is an important part of India's financial system. I hope most of you are aware of our background, of our presence, of what we do. But we obviously want to contribute in a bigger way to the India macro story, at least, right? And I think the call that the country leadership has of being an advanced or a Viksit Bharat by 2047, I think universally it is now acknowledged that it is not going to happen unless the workforce participation rate changes. I think Shireen referenced the changes in the labor laws and the fact that there is now a law which mandates equal pay. And we were discussing earlier, in factories, my friends who run factories, they actually have 2 rate cards. A man gets 200 rupees and the woman gets 130 rupees or whatever per day or something like that. So I think, or the fact that now you have to guarantee safety, and once you guarantee safety, you provide accommodation and things of that nature. So apart from it being good for society, representative of HSBC globally, HSBC in India, and to our stakeholders, employees, customers, I think we also want to play a little role, hopefully through such partnerships, through such conversations, through such ideation, through such recognitions, such that we play our small role as the country moves towards its ambition of becoming an advanced country. And if such conversations, as someone mentioned, if 7% of the audience goes back more convinced, then I think this investment has been more than worth it. With that, thank you very much once again.